Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be going over my debt tracker update, so let's get started. All right, just want to quickly mention that I am using my Happy Planner, and I do have their website linked down below if you're interested in any of the materials you see that I use. All right, so this section in the back is my debt-free journey section. So I basically just keep track of all of my debts that I've owed and that I currently owe. So right here, I am following the Dave Ramsey's baby steps. If you're unfamiliar with that, feel free to check out any of Dave Ramsey's videos or simply search baby steps for the debt-free journey. So currently, as you may know, I am on baby step 2, where I'm paying off debt using the debt snowball method. But if you recall, I did stop making physical payments as of March of this year, and I've just begun saving the money instead. All right, so here's all the 7 baby steps. And then just to go quickly down memory lane, baby step 1 is to save $1,000 to start your emergency fund, and that has been completed for some time. Baby step 2, which I'm currently on, I had several medical bills, credit cards, private student loans, a school student loan, and then all of my federal student loans are down here. And I'm down to the last 2. All other debts have been paid up until now, except for 2 of my student loans, of my student loans that are with Great Lakes. So we'll go over those numbers in a moment. Here is just my trackers for all of the previous debts that I've paid off already. So again, all medical bills been paid, credit card debts been paid. I only had 2, thankfully. My Discover student loans, which were private loans, all 3 of those were paid. My Perkins loan through my school was paid as well. And again, as mentioned, my only student loans remaining are the federal ones with Great Lakes, and I am now at the 10K mark. So like I mentioned, I did pause payments back in March, and that was because I was hoping, sadly, I was hoping that the last 10,000 was going to be forgiven. So far it has not to say that it won't be in the future, but I will talk about shortly what my plans are moving in the future, whether I'm going to continue saving or just resume making payments. All right, so again, I'm down to the last 10K mark. All right, and then here are the individual trackers for those student loans. I had 8 with Great Lakes, and I'm down to the last 2. It actually saddens me to see that these 2 are still not fully colored in, but that's on me for, waiting on the government. But regardless, these 2 will be colored in one day, whether it's because I paid them off myself or, the loans end up getting forgiven. So whichever comes first. And then these are the last 2. All right, so this page right here is just breaking down all 19 debts that I have, or had rather, because again, down to the last 2. So Great Lakes loan number 4 was at $5,819.70. And then Great Lakes student loan number 5 was at $7,867.38. Those 2 debt amounts are much lower now, so we'll get into that. And then this tracker right here was the overall tracker for all of my debt from the debt-free tracker, or charts. There we go. Debtfreecharts.com, which is a free website where you can print out these different sheets. So this right here shows that I'm at 86% paid off, and this just represents all of the debts that I've just shown you. The student loans, credit cards, and the medical bills represent 86% is paid off, and I still have 14% to go. So my grand total was $74,025.29, and I'm currently at 10K for those last 2 student loans. What this chart doesn't show, or include rather, is my 401k loan that I took out May of 2019. This basically is treated separately. My payments are automatic out of my paycheck, so $143 with 12 cents each paycheck. for the next not the next 5 years, but for 5 years total. That comes out of my paycheck automatically, so it comes out before I even receive my paycheck. So this is paid automatically, and I'm currently almost at the halfway mark, which will be 2.5 years, and I'll have 60 payments at the halfway mark complete out of the 120. I'm currently at 57, so 58, 59, 60. Okay, so I'm at 57 right now, and I have 3 more payments before I hit the halfway mark. Okay, so this will be paid off automatically in 2.5 more years, but the plan right now is to pay it off sooner, just so I can be done with that, and I'll get this amount back in my paychecks. But now that we went down the history of my debt, let's now look at my debt tracker to see where I am today as of September 2021. All right, so here's my debt tracker page. This is an Excel sheet I made myself. So resuming with the student loans, student loan number 4 is currently at $3,040.58. There is no interest right now and no minimum payment due. Same thing for student loan number 5 is currently sitting at $6,959.42 with no interest at this time and no minimum payment due at this time. So this update is for the end of September. So I didn't make any additional payments on those student loans, so that total is still at $10,000. But adding on my 401k loan, that balance started at $8,756.56 at the beginning of September. The interest rate is at 5.5%, and the minimum payment is $143.12 each paycheck. But because it only collects twice a month, that totals $286.24. Just wanted to note that whenever there's a magic month, it does not pull for that third paycheck. It only does 2 paychecks a month maximum. So $286.24. So with that being said, the balance of this 401k loan at the end of September was $8,510.18. All right, so if we want to calculate how much interest was paid with this 5.5%, I'm just going to do 87.56 with 56 cents minus the new balance of 85.10 with 18 cents. That means the principal was paid by $246.38, and subtracting my actual payment of $286.24, that means about $39.86, almost $40 went towards interest. Now the difference with paying a 401k loan back is you're technically paying yourself back because the 401k is your money. So even though it has an interest rate of 5.5% and I have to pay almost $40 towards interest, that money is still going into your pot of money for the 401k loan. So essentially you're paying yourself back with interest. Just wanted to explain that. All right, so total debt, actually don't need to calculate this. So total debt ending in September is $18,510.18. Since we know my student loans are $10,000 combined. All right, so moving on. For my savings challenge for the month of September, if you recall for my monthly budget video for September, the goal was to have $3,104 saved. All right. And if you've seen paycheck 1 and paycheck number 2 for September, then you know the actual save was $3,088. So not too bad, because this was a pretty steep goal, so not too bad. That's about what, $16 short. But I ended up making that up because there was a little extra money I was able to save. but I believe I share that either in the budget closeout video, which should be coming up next, or I might have saved it for October rollover money that goes towards savings. But all in all, this was really, really good. So give myself an A++ for that. All right, so for October, the savings goal is $2,433. And then for November, I believe it was $2,528. So this is from my mock budgets for the month of October and November. So these are the goal amounts, and we'll just see what I actually get when those months come for those budgeting videos. But anyway, moving down to the savings tracker. So for debt savings for September, I started the month off with $6,612 already saved. And I added $3,088. So $6,612 plus $3,088 equals $9,700. All right, so that means for my debt savings, I was able to save $9,700 by the end of the month for September. The goal originally was to save $10,000, and I have a debt tracker right here. So again, the goal was $10,000 to have saved. I was by the end of September, and I was able to do $9,700. So about $300 short, which is okay. I still give myself an A+ for this savings goal. So I am gonna retire this tracker. I'm gonna consider this done. 9,700 out of 10,000 is not bad. And the reasoning is because I have decided to switch gears on paying off debt as well as saving. So now the goal is currently to pay off my debt, to resume making payments. Well, hold on. I feel like I'm wording this incorrectly because I'm still not making physical payments right now. I'm still going to save towards them. So what I want to do basically is save the amount by the end of this year that I would need to pay off a bulk of this, and just make those payments at that time just to pay it off all at once. The reason I'm holding on to the money in the meantime is in case I need it for anything else. Hopefully I will not, so that I can stick to the plan and to pay off some debt by the end of this year, which will be, excuse me, which will be in December. Sorry. So I am going to continue off with saving so I can pay off my debt. And even when it comes to my student loans, originally I was going to wait to see if they were forgiven. I see that they have not, because it's now October and I still have these loans. But anyway, I do know that the payment pause date has been pushed till the end of January. What I will do is, depending on how much I have saved by the end of the year, the focus will first be the 401k loan, because that will at least put this much back in my paychecks each month. And then after that, I will resume physical payments to student loan number 4. And then once I'm done with that, move on to student loan number 5. Now, I don't know as far as the timing, like by the time we get to the end of the year, how much I'll have saved up to pay off. And, by the time we get to the end of January, if the loans will still be due in February or not. I will just resume making minimum payments, as well as continuing with the debt snowball method with putting all extras to the smallest loan till it's paid off, and then snowball it into the next biggest loan. So that's how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to save for the 401k loan, and then make payments on student loans by the end of this year, beginning of January, regardless if the pause continues for another 6 months or more. So regardless if the loan pause continue, even if the payments resume, I will just do the minimum plus extra. I'm just ready to get these loans out of my life forever, so I never have to look at them, think about them, consider them. ever again. So the plan is just to pay them off now, regardless if they're still talking about forgiveness or not. So that's it on that. So that is basically all I have for this update. I want to thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. And I will see you all next time. Bye.